session, I will tell you what I know from the book Basic English Grammar 2nd edition by Betty Schrampfer Azar. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Zasqia Sasyabilla. I'm from 1A Indralaya class. And my student number is 0601-1282-429051. So, let's start!
Chapter 1. Using be and have. For singular, we use noun plus is plus noun. Singular means one, not two or more. For example, Indonesia is a country. A turtle is an animal. A and an have the same meaning. They are both articles. A is used in front of words that begin with consonants. And is used in front of words that begin with vowels. For plural, we use noun plus are plus noun. Plural means two, three, or more. For example, Korea and Japan are countries. Turtles and sharks are animals. For singular, we use pronoun plus be plus noun. For example, I am a doctor. You are a doctor. She, he, it is a doctor. For plural, we use pronoun plus be plus noun. For example, we, you, they are doctors. We can push the words together. It's called a contraction. For am to I'm. For is to she's, his, its. For are, your, where, there. Negative with be is not, isn't, are not, aren't. For yes or no questions with be plus subject. Is she? Are they? For statement, we use subject plus be. She is. They are. Using have and has. For singular, you have a pencil. She, he has a pencil. It has black ink. For plural, we, you, they have pencil. Using my, your, his, her, our, their. For singular, I to my, you to your, she to her, he to his. For plural, we to our, you to your, they to their. Using this and those. For singular, this and that. For plural, this and those. Chapter 2. Expressing present time. Part 1. For first person, we use I speak, we speak. For second person, we use you speak. For third person, we use she or he or it speaks. They speak. Using frequency adverbs. Always is 100%, usually is 90 to 99%, often is 75 to 90%, sometimes is 25 to 75%, seldom is 10 to 25%, rarely is 1 to 10%, never is 0%. The formula using frequency adverb is subject plus frequency adverb plus simple present verb. For example, Grace always comes to class. Tim never eat rock. Plus be plus frequency adverb. For example, Tim is never late for class. Have, do, and go have irregular forms for third person singular. Have to has, do to does, go to goes. The simple present negative. I, we, you, they plus do not plus main verb. She, he, it plus does not plus main verb. We can contraction it to and doesn't. For example, I do not drink tea. I don't drink tea. He doesn't drink tea. He does not drink tea. The simple present yes or no question. Do, I, you, we, they plus main verb, simple form. Does she, he, it plus main verb, simple form. Chapter 3, Expressing Present Time, Part 2. Be plus ing, the present progressive tense. For example, I am watching, she is watching, you are watching. The action is happening right now, and I am saying the sentence at the same time. The present progressive question. Be plus subject plus ing. Is she sleeping? Keyword plus be plus subject plus ing. Where is she sleeping? The present progressive expresses actions that are happening right now. The present progressive use am, is, and are in question or in negative. Non-action verbs not used in the present progressive. See is a non-action verb. Look at is an action verb. Watch is an action verb. Hear is non-action verb. Listen to is an action verb. For example, I see, I'm looking at, she's watching, I hear, I'm listening to. Need and want plus a noun or an infinitive. For example, we need food. I want a sandwich. Think about and think that. I think about my family every day. I think that Sue is lazy. There plus be. The first one, there plus be plus subject plus location. There is a bird in the tree. Second one, be plus there plus subject. Are there any eggs in the refrigerator? The third one, how many plus subject plus are plus there plus location. How many provinces are there in Canada? Chapter 4, Nouns and Pronouns. A noun is used as the subject of a sentence. A noun is used as the object of a verb. A noun is also used as the object of a preposition, adjective plus noun. For example, Grace is a happy child. Noun plus be plus adjective. For example, the weather is hot. Using a or an versus some. A or an is used in front of singular count nouns. Some is used in front of plural count nouns. For example, I have a pencil. I have some pencils. Measurements with non-count nouns. Unit of measure are used with non-count nouns to express a specific quantity. For example, a glass of, a cup of, a piece of. Using the. A speaker uses the when the speaker and the listener have the same thing or person in mind. This shows that a noun is specific. The use with singular count noun, plural count nouns, non-count nouns. In other words, the is used with each of the three kinds of nouns. Using some and any. Use some in a statement. Use any in a negative sentence. Use either some or any in a question. Any is used with non-count nouns and plural count nouns. Indefinite pronouns. Something, someone, anything, anyone. In a statement, use something or someone. In a negative sentence, use anything or anyone. In a question, use either something, someone, or anything, anyone. Indefinite pronouns. Nothing and no one. Nothing and no one is used when the verb is affirmative. For example, I said nothing. Bob saw no one. Chapter 5, Expressing Past Time. Using be, past time. For singular, I, she, he, it plus was, you plus were. For plural, we, you, they plus were. Passive be negative. I, he, she, it plus wasn't. We, you, they plus weren't. Passive be question. First one, yes or no question. Be plus subject. Were you? Was you? Second one, information question. Where plus be plus subject. Where were you? Where was you? The simple past tense using ed. I, you, we, they, he, she, it plus verb plus ed. For example, I walk. The simple past negative. I, you, we, they, he, she, it plus did not plus main verb plus simple verb. For example, I did not walk to school yesterday. The simple past yes or no question. Did plus subject plus main verb. Did you walk to school? Past time words. Yesterday is used with morning, afternoon, and evening. Last is used with night with long periods of time and with days of the week. Ago means in the past. The simple past using where, when, what time, and why. Where did you go? Why did you run? When or what time did Anne come? Question with what? What did you buy? What is Fred holding? Questions with who? What did they see? Who did they see? Asking about the meaning of a word. What does pretty mean? What is the meaning of pretty? Before and after in time clause. Clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. A main clause is a complete sentence. Time clause can begin with before or after. A time clause can follow a main clause. Before and after don't always introduce a time clause. They are also used as preposition followed by a noun object. Chapter 6 Expressing future time. Future time using be going to. Be going to express or talks about the future. The formula is am is are plus going plus infinitive. The example, I'm going to go. The negative form is be plus not plus going to. The example, I'm not going to go. The question form is be plus subject plus going to. The example, are you going to come? Word used for future time. For example, tomorrow morning, next week, in 10 hours. Using today, tonight, and this plus morning, afternoon, evening, week, month, or year. These words can express present, past, or future time. Future time using will. Will go and is going to go have basically the same meaning. There is never a final S on will for future time. Will is not followed by an infinitive with to. With is contracted to all with subject pronouns. For example, I will to I'll, you will to you'll, she will to she'll. Negative contraction will not is won't. Asking question with will. Asking question with will. Question plus will plus subject plus main verb word. Will Tom come tomorrow? Using what plus a form of do. For the future, what are you going to do tomorrow? What will we do if it rains tomorrow? May or might plus verb simple form express a possibility in the future or a present possibility. The adverb may be one word means possibly. Maybe comes in front of a subject and verb. Maybe two words is used as the verb of a sentence. Chapter 7 Expressing ability. Using can. Can express ability and possibility. For example, I can buy a book. He can lift the heavy box. The negative form, can plus not. For example, I can come. The question form, question word plus can plus subject plus main verb. Where can I buy a hammer? Using know how to express ability. For example, I know how to swim. Using could, the past form of can. For example, I was in Hawaii last month. I could go to the beach every day when I was there. The negative form is couldn't. I couldn't go to the movie last night. The question form is could plus subject plus main verb. Could you speak English before you came here? Using very and to plus adjective. Very and to come in front of adjective. For example, the box is very heavy, but Tom can lift it. The box is too heavy, but Bob can lift it. Very and to do not have the same meaning. Very heavy, it is difficult but possible for Tom to lift the box. Too heavy, it is impossible for Bob to lift it. Using too many and too much plus noun. Too is frequently used with many and much. Too much is used in front of count nouns, and too much is used in front of non-count nouns. Using too plus adjective plus infinitive. For example, Bob is too tired to do his homework. Using too plus adjective plus for someone plus infinitive. For example, the dorm is too noisy for me to study. Using adjective plus enough. For example, she is not old enough. Using enough plus noun and more plus noun. More is additional, enough is sufficient. Using enough plus infinitive. For example, I don't have enough money to buy this book. Using be able to, for example, I am able to touch my toes. Bullet question. May I borrow your pen? Could I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your pen? Chapter 8. Nouns, adjective, and pronouns. Both an adjective and a noun can modify a noun. The adjective comes first, the noun second. The usual word order of adjective is the first one is opinion, such as beautiful, delicious, kind. And second is size, large, tall, little. The third one is age, young, old, middle age. Fourth is color, red, blue, black. Fifth is nationality, Greek, Chinese, Mexican. Sixth is material, metal, glass, plastic. Expression of quantity. All of is 100%. Most of is a large part but not all. Some of is a small or medium part. Almost all of is 95 to 99%. For example, Bob ate most of his food. Expression of quantity, subject verb agreement. All of or some of plus singular noun plus singular verb. All of or some of plus plural noun plus plural verb. For example, all of my work is finished. Some of my work is finished. Expression of quantity, one of, none of. The example is Sam is one of my friends. None of the students were late. Using every. Every is immediately followed by a singular noun, not a plural noun. For example, every student has a book. Everyone and everybody are followed by a singular verb. For example, everyone or everybody has a book. Everything is followed by singular verb. For example, I looked at everything in the museum. Possessive nouns. To show that a person possesses something, add an apostrophe and s to a singular noun, or add an apostrophe at the end of a plural noun after the s. A possessive adjective is used in front of a noun. A possessive pronoun is used alone without a noun following it. Question with whose. Whose asks about possession. Whose is often used with a noun. Whose can be used without a noun if the meaning is clear. Chapter 9. Making comparison. Comparisons using the same as, similar to, and different from. For example, like A and B are the same. A is the same as B. C and D are similar. C is similar to D. E and F are different. E is different from F. Comparison using like and alike. Like and alike have the same meaning, but the sentence patterns are different. This plus B plus like plus that. This and that plus B plus alike. For example, your pen is like my pen. Your pen and my pen are alike. The comparative using and more. When we use adjective to compare two people or two things, the adjective have special form. The first one we add to an adjective, or we use more in front of an adjective. The use of or more is called the comparative form. Then follows the comparative form. For example, Bob is older than Bib. Health is more important than money. Using as plus adjective plus as and using less. The example, John is as old as Bob. This book is less expensive than that book. Using but. But gives the idea that this is the opposite of that. A comma is usually precedes but. The example, Bob is rich but Bib is poor. Using verbs after but. Often the verb phrase following but is shortened. The formula is affirmative verb plus but plus negative verb. For example, Bob is rich, but Bib isn't. The superlative using as and most is compares three or more things or people. For example, my thumb is the shortest of all. Using one of plus superlative plus plural noun. The example, the Amazon is one of the longest rivers in the world. Chapter 10. Expressing ideas with verbs. Should mean this is a good idea. This is good advice. Should is followed by the simple form of a verb. For example, he should go to bed. And the negative example is, you should not leave your grammar book at home. Using let's. Let's is a suggestion for you and me. For example, let's go to a movie. Using have plus infinitive, has to or have to. Have plus infinitive has a special meaning. It expresses the same idea as need. Past form, had plus infinitive. Question form, do, does, or did is used in question with have to. Negative form, do, does, or did is used with have to in the negative. For example, people have to eat. I had to study last night. Do you have to leave now? I don't have to study tonight. Using must. Must is followed by the simple form of a verb. For example, people must eat food. An auxiliary is a helping verb. It comes in front of the simple form of a main verb. The following helping verbs are called modal auxiliaries. Can, could, may, might, must, should, will, would. They are followed by the simple form of a verb without to. Expressions that are similar to modal auxiliaries are be able to, be going to, have to. The present progressive and the past progressive. The present progressive describe an activity progress right now, at the moment of speaking. The past progressive describe an activity in progress at a particular time in the past. The form of the present progressive and the past progressive consists of be plus ing. The present progressive use the present forms of be, am, is, and are plus ing. The past progressive use the past forms of be, was, and were plus ing. Using while with the past progressive. While plus subject plus verb is a time clause. A while clause describes an activity that was in progress at the time another activity happened. The verb in a while clause is often past progressive. The verb in a when clause is often simple past.
Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.